Now we're gonna go on to something where I'm going to look at the camera and shake my head like I'm interested as these guys come and talk about Greenland. I think they're talking about the 2020 movie with Gerard Butler.
Hey, who's these guys? You didn't watch it too? Dear Lord.
I meant to watch it, but like I got caught up watching bad anime again. Sorry.
Chris,
Yeah,
that
I
happens to
saw
me
it.
all the time. I mean to watch things and
And
then
you watch bad anime too, or bad reality shows?
bad reality.
We all have our thing. I had to give Blood of Zeus a second chance because I called it out on air, and it's just as bad the second time. So.
All right, so it looks like it's gonna be a really short review, Mike.
Yeah, we
Greenland.
you know what? We could
That's
do
right.
a quick. We could do a quick non-spoiler review, and then let everybody catch up, and then we can do a full review.
Wait, hold on. Before we do
Wait,
that,
is
is
it
anyone else
worth
gonna
a
watch
full-
this?
Is it
What?
worth a full review?
I
Tell me
think
before.
so. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's something worth a review, but I think we should do it with spoilers because I don't know who
Okay,
these three
that's
guys are
fine.
gonna really watch it.
Yeah.
Wait,
All
what
right,
is
I'm good
the
with that. Either way,
Greenland?
Huh?
What is this?
It's a
Greenland.
movie that's streaming on
no,
what
Greenland.
platform?
Greenland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
Greenland.
okay.
Yeah, Greenland. Sorry.
Is it topical?
Kind of, and in the
Yeah.
times.
It's apocalypse, right?
I'm gonna watch it. I mean, you can do the spoiler, but I'm gonna watch it.
You know what? Let's do spoiler free because there's some stuff from there I like to talk about that I don't want them to get the whole story until they watch
Yeah.
it. Particularly Keith. I think Keith will see a couple things. Chris, you too. Sorry, Brooks.
I don't see subtext. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know she's not gonna watch it at all.
So lowbrow.
I'm already on Instagram in anticipation of you guys talking about this.
Better be here. Speak
Sorry.
Insta.
I mean,
Of course.
No, it's a good movie though. If you like Armageddon and stuff.
Day
like
after tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's the other one that Eric told me to remind him of? I mean, Gerard Butler. He carries. He's aging well as like the old dad, family man who had a dark life at some point, but he's like
Totally
more
thinking
calm
that
now.
I thought he. What did you guys think if he would do a Indiana Jones? What did you guys think of Gerard Butler as an Indiana Jones?
Not
These are the real questions, by the way.
I don't know. You guys are the Indiana Jones fans. not me.
Gerard Butler as Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a little bit
old.
too serious.
He's too old.
Like,
Yeah, I've never seen him playing any sort of.
I mean, he's not
Comedic.
90 years old like Harrison Ford is.
I mean, it's not so much the age thing for me. I feel like it's like he doesn't have enough like. There's a light comic kind of personality.
I know what Keith is talking about. The Harrison could pull
to Harrison,
and still
like,
do the
it's
action.
a serious comic. Like it's a serious kind of comedy. Like I don't even know how to describe it, but he has humor in his character, and I don't
Right,
really
yeah.
see that with Gerard. Like
Okay, yeah.
I feel like
I see that.
I feel like he could make it very topically, like, oh, he can make the look, but there's some nuances to
It's
the
almost
character that I
it's
don't
almost
think-
like Gerard's too angry all the time.
Right. Yeah, it's like the
Like
Bruce.
Harrison Ford
Yeah.
has like that sarcasm comedy.
Yeah.
It's like
That
Bruce.
you
He's like
have
Bruce
or you
Willis. Bruce Willis also had that. I think
Right.
he's got a lightheartedness while he's
Yeah,
doing
yes,
his action.
Mhm.
yes. Like, and it's subtle enough and corny enough. Like it walks a very fine line.
I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah, Gerard Butler looked like one of his family members just died in every scene.
Exactly.
Yeah. Distraught. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, he's just barely holding it together.
hey, he survived an apocalypse event from a satellite, and he saved the president twice. So
And he fought Xerxes, so
Yeah,
that's
too.
right. He's an
Xerxes.
Egyptian god.
Sparta.
yeah.
Yeah, but going back to this movie, I think it was interesting how they showed you another version of the apocalypse, a planet killer type of an event, extension level event, and how we will all react as
Yeah,
citizens.
This was like I think I mentioned in the chat. It was like if they had sent up Bruce Willis to drill,
And they
and they failed,
and they
and
failed.
the asteroid came and hit Earth anyway.
So the
So-
fact that the government had all these protocols in place for
Yeah.
certain people to be evacuated first, and meanwhile you're watching the news and they're telling you false, fake news.
Fake
Oh yeah,
news.
people are going out there for having parties. It's gonna land out in somewhere, and
Oh, so it's
it'll
real
be minimal
topical.
damage.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
happened was the news basically said the main comet is going to pass us by, but little chunks of it are going to hit the ocean, and so we're in for a hell of a meteor shower. Come out tonight and watch. And meanwhile, a big chunk of it landed somewhere in was it Europe or in
No,
Europe?
it's Florida.
Oh,
It
in
landed in
Florida was the
Tampa.
first
Of
one, yeah.
course. Of course, it's Florida.
And then
Hey, people would have cheered at hitting Florida.
Yeah.
so then they're realizing, oh, what they've been hearing about is all fake. And then little by little, you know, the real information started coming out. But by then, the military has already been mobilized for 24 hours before that because they actually had the real information.
Mhm.
So I guess to minimize panic, you know, they were selectively picking certain people, including Gerard Butler and his family. He was picked because he was a structural engineer. Shout out to engineers. Science wins. So, but he got the information and he didn't believe it, and he got another information in front of his son's birthday, and they're all like, "I didn't get this alert, Amber Alert, whatever he's getting on his phone. That's
Well,
actually,
because, you know, the first one he got was before anything hit.
yeah, he was in
So he was like,
supermarket.
this has got to be some kind of mistake, right? And then after it hit and he got another one, he was like, oh, maybe it's real. So
But he was in the midst of everyone else in his little
he was
party
in a party
that were
right?
like, what does he know that we don't know, and why is he getting these special messages? And that's when then the movie kicks up gear.
But
And
it
then
was just that he got it on his phone. It popped up on his
on
TV.
the television, yeah.
And it was like Gerard, I forget the character's name.
It's
but
Gerard.
Gerard Butler.
What was that? I forget the character's name, but yeah, you and your family need to report to this airbase immediately. And then everybody else at the party was like, why just you?
What do you
us?
know? He's like, I don't know anything.
What's up with your white privilege?
Okay, so here's my question then. Would you guys want to know if there's a planet killer coming?
Hell yeah.
Like, do you
What?
want to just live quietly, have a nice
I
last
don't know.
day?
I
Or
don't know if
do you
I'm
want to live in
100%.
fear, staring for 24 hours?
I
at
got
the
my
sun?
little baby freaking telescope downstairs in the basement. I'll be popping out on my roof and waiting every minute, taking notes in a little diary.
Not me. I'd be sneaking aboard SpaceX, man. I'm out of here.
Yeah, good luck.
luck.
Good luck getting on SpaceX.
I was about to say, like, yo, like, I'm on the fence there. Like, I kind of, like, I feel it. Like, yeah, you might want to know, but I feel like if there's no resources for me or for the majority of us to get, like, maybe just let it happen. Like,
Yeah.
maybe just,
I mean,
No
my
comment.
idea, like
Nah,
if you could, I like the idea of just being told, hey, there's a cool event ever, you should get with your family and like watch this thing,
mass suicide.
spend some
Yo,
time.
and that look when you see the sky turning, there's a one scene where you see like the sky's on fire, and at that point everybody already kind of knew what was about to happen, and you're like, you would be the shock of you with your family being misled and looking at me like, wait a second, like Peter Griffin, wait a minute, hold up, no, I rather know before it happens, so as it's happening, I'm prepared. I've made my peace with my maker.
I guess
Yeah,
it.
I think so.
I guess
Okay,
it
I give you
depends.
that.
Yeah.
I can see you with that.
I don't know.
And I
End
remember,
of day,
and I-
end of days. It just feels like you're just asking for stupid people to do stupid stuff for 24 hours.
Oh, and that's what happens in the movie too, right?
Yeah, that's still
the main-
happening.
So the main crux of this movie is that him and his family get selected to go to Greenland, and they run into all sorts of conflict trying to get to Greenland, basically. And I don't want to give it away. Like the kid is sick, so there's a struggle there. There's a conflict there.
Mhm.
They get separated.
All three of them get separated.
Yeah, during like basic rioting and stuff like that.
Oh, shout out to Miranda Baccarin playing
Right.
the mom.
yeah, we
who
didn't
some
talk
of you
about the
might
rest
know
of the
from
cast.
her.
Yeah,
She's a Brazilian actress who played in that
she was
first
in
V
Firefly. She was
reboot, Firefly. She
yeah.
was in Gotham as Commissioner Gordon's
Mm.
girlfriend. She's been
Yeah, she's been in
Homeland. She was the wife in Homeland the first
right.
season.
That's right. Yep. So yeah, she gets separated from the husband, and at one point they get separated from the kid, and then they're all making their way
Back to each other.
right back to each other. So
Yeah, I guess the only reason I'd want to know is so I wasn't like the dude who's like, yeah, I'll stay late for work today, and you like die sitting at your desk or something, as opposed
Yeah.
to like being at home or
Yeah.
at least.
No, that would really suck. That would suck. Like,
You know what kind of sucked though, and I don't think this is a spoiler, but they showed you midway through the movie. There's a group of military folks that are working that were not selected to be part of the advanced group to go to
Most of them were.
refuge.
99% of them were.
And they were there just to move the people that were selected along.
Yeah, no,
And they were hearing people yelling, "Please take so and so." And they were like, "Listen, my own family is not even going." So I'm here doing my.
When that scene, yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's like
I'd be like, dude, go home. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter anymore.
So for me, it was good. It was a good emotional movie. It wasn't about, like, compared to Armageddon, was about a bunch of special effects and explosions and comedy. Like, this one was an emotional.
This is science.
That sounds like a good movie though.
Right.
No,
Right.
but this is based on science.
Armageddon
Please
was a
do
good
not
movie.
ride
I
the
love
nuclear
Armageddon.
weapon.
Yeah,
No, I love Armageddon, right? But it's a different type of apocalypse movie because they succeed in the
Touchdown!
end. Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly.
You got to do that news breaking
Oh,
news.
breaking news.
yeah. You just had your Keith moments there.
Cordell Patterson.
But if you're
Kickoff
going
return for a touchdown.
if you're going in to see this movie and you're expecting Armageddon type, we're gonna save the planet in the end and we're gonna have a kick-ass time doing it. This is not that movie.
This isn't the movie.
This isn't The Rock flying a helicopter around.
Right, exactly.
people.
This isn't San Andreas or 2012 or so. I mean, 2012
It gets pretty.
a little close
Listen,
to, yeah.
Mike, the movie. One thing I have to say about the movie is it's a little short on substance and character acting outside of the main 2 or 3 folks. Like all the supporting characters, even the little kid, annoying as heck, very light and fluffy.
Yeah.
But the tone of the movie is consistent with what you would feel like in real life what would happen, especially the final third act.
Yeah.
It gets really dark, and it's not like, Eric was watching it, and a couple scenes, he's like, oh, like, yeah, imagine that was real life. You're fighting for the chance to live on. You would do something like this. You'd be that desperate.
Yeah,
It's not Hollywoodizing it. It's
the scene with him on the truck and all how that went down. That was like, I was like, yeah, that would happen pretty much.
yeah, especially just right now in political climate. You see how people are reacting over what president they think should have won. They got rigged. Imagine they thought their lives were really at stake.
Exactly.
How they would react, regardless of color or.
That's what I've seen. That's the thing. So, like, when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, this is pretty much how it would go down if this were to happen today. So, a lot of us would be screwed.
Come on, engineers, hold it together.
Mhm.
Do they need a podcaster? Like I could sit there and tell everybody what to do over the microphone. Nice calming voice. Please, everybody, take your seats. It's okay.
It is very calming. Damn you. I'm taking my one wristband. We got another electrical engineer. We need another podcaster.
Dude, we need a whole show, so I need my whole crew with me. It's the only way to do it.
No, true that.
You know why they would take me though, right?
Why?
Because you're Canadian.
Because I have all the weed.
He has all of the weed.
Or I'd make sure I had all
I
the
think
weed.
growing weed in Greenland is going to be an issue.
He's been slowly collecting.
That's right. My apocalypse kit.
Some people have a bunker of food. My God.
It's just weed and Snickers bars.
That's all you need.
That's it.
You might want to add some water in there. Just to.
I guess.
I mean, you're only alive for 24 hours, so like you don't really need water.
Yeah, you can last without it.
Yeah. So overall, I'm gonna give this movie B-.
Wow,
Yeah, pretty good
that's
movie.
high.
Yeah, same grade, dude. B-.
Like, so here's
Really?
the thing. I think I'm giving it a B- more because we've been really starved for feature entertainment this year, So, like, I saw this movie, it was out, and I was like, oh, a good, A-list movie, I guess. That was supposed to be another one that was supposed to be in theaters and didn't make it. So,
Can't make it, yeah.
yeah.
All right, what's your grade, James?
Same, B-. Most of the same reasons. I think Gerard Butler, Morena, they carried. They did a fantastic job on a very simple type movie. Yeah, that's it. B minus.
All right.